I'm back. Okay, let's talk about what happened. So, to start it all off, so I got picked off the waitlist from, I don't know, I was probably number 47 or something. So I was thinking, yeah, probably not gonna get in or anything. Whatever. Go on my merry way, right? And then the months go by. I checked, but then I was like number 7 last week. Or the week before the convention. I was number 7 or something, right? Or number 9, something like that. It was one digit. It was down to one digit. But I was thinking, like, the convention is next week. There is no way somebody's gonna cancel now, right? Because I think they don't even get their money back if they do. But yeah, that's what I was thinking. That's what was gonna happen. But lo and behold, I think it was on the 12th. On the 12th, I get message, hey, so do you want the table? Because you only got a few hours to say so. And then we give it automatically to the next person the next day, you know? And I was just like, wait, what? So I start panicking, like, how much is it to get there and everything? And the flight there, the last minute flight with all the luggages and a helper was going to be $2,400. $2,400. So I was like, oh, fuck. Okay, so I checked something else. We have a bus that goes there. So I checked how much that is. With a helper, it's going to be $680. That was way more affordable. So that's what we chose. And there we go. 14-hour freaking drive. 14-hour bus ride. That's just how it's going to be. Because $2,400 versus $680. For reference, my very first convention since went full time, because the one that before I went full time, I'm pretty sure I made like $20 or something. It was really nothing. And this one I made $100 profit, right? Because I didn't even make profit the last time, for sure. Anyway, so I made $100 profit the last one. That's all I knew. That's all I'm basing it off of. So for me to look at the $2,400 cost, I don't know if I was gonna make that back. Plus, I would definitely have to use my credit card for that. That's a huge freaking lump sum. But anyway, chose that, and then I thought, it's a 14-hour bus ride. Do I really want to go alone? Probably not the safest idea. So I looked for a helper and I asked everybody. They were all busy except one person who was actually busy too, but she switched things around. And so I asked her, so again, as reference, right? My profit margin before my first convention was $100. So I didn't know if I could even make money back. I was assuming it's going to be a little more because it's a 3-day con instead of 1-day con and it's a bigger convention, right? So of course I'm going to assume that I will make at least some money back. But right then it was $680 for the bus for 2 people. And so I asked her, okay, can I pay for all your expenses, your food, anything you want to eat, anything, the expenses for the trip, and give you $200? But, like, if I do well, you do well. Like, if I just sell any item, every item I sell, you get $1. So like, some of my buttons are $3, and some of my keychains are $15. So she gets $1 per item kind of thing. So that I can, for sure, she's not going for free. But at the same time, if I don't do well, I'm not, I'm already in the red basically for the bus. So I'm not even more in the red to pay her off if I don't make anything basically. But if I do well, she does well too. So it's a win-win, right? That's how I saw it. Only if she wanted to. But the thing was, she was all, oh, you know what? You're giving me a freaking trip. You really don't have to pay me anything. And oh my gosh, she's so freaking sweet. Big shout out to Devil Twin 1. That was Devil Twin 1. So yeah, that was the deal for it. So let's get to it. That was my short notice of being told that come on the 12th? Yeah, it was May 12th. And the convention was going to be May 16th. And since it's a 14-hour bus ride, I had to be out by the 15th. All right? So we had to be bussing down there morning of the 15th. So I literally had 3 days to prepare, okay? I had the day they told me, the 12th, and then Tuesday and a Wednesday. So we were running around, scrounging around, getting all the stuff. I needed a suitcase. Honestly, everybody was so helpful though. My mom came by. She gave me the suitcase, even though I said we can go pick it up. She dropped it off because said she was heading over, whatever. Anyway, so we got the suitcase. We got last minute. You remember the sticker sheets that I told you guys about? The guy that ghosted me for an entire month or so? No, a month and a half. No, a month and a week, right? He finally messaged. Okay, he didn't even personally message me. I just got a ping saying that my order is ready and it's being shipped. So we went over there, drove over there, and picked it up before they ship it out. A few hours before they shipped it out. So everything was just falling into place, let me tell you. It was freaking amazing how things are falling into place. So big shout out to Inkite, of course, aka Lock, because he, of course, I wouldn't have been able to make it in time to get those stickers from the guy had I needed to transit or something. He drove me down there and we grabbed it. So, yeah, if I had to transit, I may have missed it. Who knows? Because it was just a few hours. Anyway, so yeah, let's get to it, shall we? That was all the prep work a few days in advance. I didn't sleep at all. Wednesday, I didn't sleep that... Oh, frick. Okay, so the night before we had to go, absolutely zero sleep. I just stayed up the entire night prepping because I had... the table I had before was Harumatsuri, and I think I had 2 feet or 3 feet. 3 feet. 3 feet of space. Now I had to fill up 8 feet long table, an 8 feet long table by myself. I was like, can I do that? So that night I prepared what I was going to do, how I was going to pack it. And also because the suitcases, even though I don't have to fly, it still had to be weighed. It had to be under 50 pounds each. And let me tell you, I filled up every single one, 50 pounds. I had 3 suitcases because the limit was 2 per person. And I asked my helper, so how many suitcases do you need? And she just said she just needed 1. So she got 1 and I took over her second suitcase allowance and I got 2 suitcases for myself, okay? So yeah, I filled up 3 suitcases, making it 150 pounds of merch and freaking display stuff. Okay, 150 pounds. All right, so I think that's pretty much it to cover what happened prior to convention. Everything was really good. All right, so we move on. So we took the bus, and here comes the first photo. So my helper brought a little stuffy, and so he's gonna be the little mascot at the beginning here. And he got his little seatbelt. Yeah. And then the night before too, I packed us lunches because I knew, okay, Wednesday I didn't sleep at all. So I knew if I'm not going to sleep, because when things get busy like this, I don't sleep. I need to know that everything is prepared. So I just don't sleep. And my mind goes 1,000 miles per hour. But anyway, so to counteract how shitty I will feel from not sleeping, I made sure that I packed healthy foods, right? Of course, because you gotta have healthy foods. You gotta to survive. If you're gonna do that to yourself, if you're gonna remove all that sleep, all the good stuff, you gotta take care. You gotta have some balance, right? So I made 5. Not the healthiest sandwiches, but simple sandwiches. And also, just a prerequisite, all my foods are pretty much like this. Every time I remember to take a photo, I already bit into it. So it is what it is. I'm sorry they're not very aesthetic because all I think of first is eating. I don't think of the photos first. So we had this and we had some healthy food. And I always get judged for this. I don't know why. What's so wrong about packing a whole ass cucumber unsliced? But anyway, yeah, so we had healthy cucumbers, carrots, tomatoes, and then for a dessert, we had oranges and strawberries. And was it good? Yes, we do. Ah, yeah, he's so cute. All right, so moving on, the drive to there, the drive to there was absolutely beautiful, absolutely beautiful. By the way, and again, a prerequisite. Sorry, guys, for not saying hello individually as I always do. I just want to get through this real quick. My mods will say hello to you. Hi. Anyway, so look at this. Like, everything was just falling into place, and look at this. We got a freaking rainbow. This is so beautiful. And by the way, yeah, I debated over saying it, so I'll just say it now. Yes, I am from BC. This is the trip from BC to Alberta. If you know any more information about me, please do not dox me. I will cry, and I will curl up in a ball and cry some more. But yes, I think I couldn't hide the fact that I'm from BC because at the convention, I already told people I'm from BC. So yes, I'm from BC. Okay, so look at these gorgeous freaking photos. This is in the bus. It was so scenic. It was so beautiful. The trip that way was so pretty. I mean, back too was pretty. Exactly. Thank you. Thank you. So yeah, so here are some more photos of just the trip heading that way. All right. So for prerequisite, if you ever, it's flipped. If you ever if you ever have to bus the way we did that way, remember how I showed you packed food? I said I had packed 5 sandwiches, all right? We devoured all of that except one just because we did manage to get a break to get food once. But you gotta be ready to not have any breaks to go buy food other than 7-Eleven food because the bus stops maybe for 15 minutes sometimes. And if they're delayed, they might ask you not to even get off the bus and they'll just do a quick everybody load in who needs to load in and not let anybody get out. So the 14-hour bus, there was this one review that gave them 1 star because the person didn't eat anything. Because that's just how it is, apparently. So yeah, so just make sure if you ever do this kind of trip, have a packed lunch. All right, so more photos. Again, I took a bite already. I just thought this was kind of funny because, those were mountains and my food kind of looked like a mountain. Mind you, at this point, I had no sleep from the previous day and I had some nap time in the bus. Some. I find it very difficult to sleep in the middle lane because I sleep like this and then I'll fall like this. And I would try to lean on my hand, my arm or something. And I just kept falling. I probably dozed off for 15 minutes or so, maybe less. I don't know, because it's hard. It was so hard to fall asleep. So my helper asked if she wanted to switch, and I was able to sit right here beside the window so that I could sleep against the window. But even then, I didn't get much sleep at all. So it was rough. I was very delulu. Yes, I was. All right, but here's the food. And again, my helper remembered to take a photo before eating, but look at me. I already ate it. I can't. I cannot. I think this entire trip, there was only one food that I didn't bite before taking a photo. And that was because I was so tired. I had no appetite. I just wanted to crash. But the food looked really good. All right, so more photos. Look at this freaking beautiful rainbow. Isn't this aesthetic? It looks like a professional photography. Photograph? Photograph. It looks like a professional photograph. Thank you. It was just so pretty. Bite photo is better? I mean, I guess so, because you get to see what's inside, right? That's what she said. She was like, well, you're just advertising what's inside. And yes, this is Tim Hortons because we are Canadian here. All right? It's Canadian. We move on. So this is when we finally arrived. We made a toast. I didn't even realize this was flipped. I looked at this several times. How did I not notice? Yaritos! But one of our friends didn't want to drink, so yeah, that's why that's there. Jaritos! And then we had shawarma. This is my very first time having shawarma, not from someone else's. Because I remember my brother had shawarma before. I took a bite of his shawarma. This is my very first shawarma for myself. Yeah. But it was pretty good. The breading was very, very crispy. That's all I remember. I chose spicy, but it wasn't spicy. That made me a little bit sad. It was not spicy. But anywho. All right, so that was the night that we arrived. The convention was the next day, and you'd think I'd get sleep, right? No. When we arrived there, so to make it all 50 pounds, I kind of mixed the luggages around, and there were some empty spaces because my stuff were just too heavy. So when we arrived the night of, I made sure to organize the suitcases because I don't know how much space is going to be under there, if it's enough for 3 suitcases. I filled up 2 suitcases with just the merch, everything I need for the convention, and then 1 suitcase only had my cosplays and stuff. Because yes, I did cosplay for the convention. It was so freaking fun. But let me not get ahead of myself. So I didn't sleep again until I took a nap. It was an hour or 2. I took an hour or 2 nap before we headed out early the next day to get to the convention. Because actually, setup day was the day we arrived, but we arrived way too late to go set up. So we made sure to go early the next day, the first day of the con, so that we had time to set up. Yeah, I had 1 to 2 hour nap. And I crashed so hard. Anyway, so here's my booth! Look at it with all its glory. Yes, everything's censored. I wish that I made it just a little taller because how could I have known the person behind me was gonna have a bunch of tape? So it's not as appealing, but let's just crop that. let's just crop that right there. How was I supposed to know? She just had a bunch of tape in the back. So yeah, that's how it is. Make sure your stall is tall enough to cover the other people around you. But yeah, it'd be like that sometimes. So I think it was a pretty good setup. So these are the stickers that arrived right on time. It really made the table really full. And yeah, everybody absolutely loved these. Do you see these sensors? So normally when you go to a convention, people would put a sticky note on the nipples or the private areas so people don't have to see it. I didn't really want to do just sticky notes. I wanted the Doros just because when I was drawing, that's what I did. When I drew on Twitch, which by the way, they still reported me. But anyway, I think it was one time I removed the Doros and I got reported for it. Mind you, these things they're all covered. They have no nipples showing or anything. But anyway, I still got basically that's why my thing is on mature content only. Twitch has forced that on me. But anyway, so I brought the Doros and people absolutely loved it. Loved it so much that they asked for it. They were like, "Can I buy that sticker? The gigantic sticker. Can I have the gigantic one? I don't want the small sticker because I have the same things here and they're very small." But no, they don't want that. They want the huge ass stickers over here. But I didn't have any, and I promised I'd get bigger stickers the next convention because some people said they'll be back for Anime-thon because it's also in Alberta. So I don't know how big of a sticker I can purchase, but I will have those bigger stickers for them. But yeah, that was the setup. And at the end of the convention, since they kept coming back to ask about the covers, there were 2 people that I said, you know what? These stickers, these covers that I made, they're not vinyl, they're not good material. But if you really, really want them, I can give it to you at the end of the convention because I need it to censor things beforehand, right? And they said, yeah, they were down. So they waited until the very end. I told them I can't do it any earlier because the convention doesn't like it when you start dismantling your setup early. But at the same time, they had to be kicked out at that time. So they had to rush out after getting it a few minutes before closing. But yeah, they managed to grab these things. I think they took this one, and one other character. But yeah, they took the covers. Funny, funny. And then another photo of the booth just to show you guys who my neighbors were. They were super nice, super nice. So this this neighbor, she was so sweet. She brought snacks for absolutely everybody. I mean everybody. I mean, she brought an entire cart full of goodies from Costco for absolutely anybody. Well, the artist, because you can't give food out to the convention goers because that would be, you'd need a different license to do so. So it's just for the artist. She just said it's because she knows people don't eat. Artists don't eat during the convention. They don't take care of themselves. So she brought so much food and I was just so freaking thankful. I ate half a muffin or something. Because when I do conventions, I do yap a lot. I do talk a lot and I end up not eating. But I managed to eat half a muffin. And also because lack of sleep. I don't feel hungry when I don't sleep much. But anyway, and then this neighbor over here it was my left side because I was that's me. I'm wearing a Rappy cosplay, but you can't see much. Anyway, I thought that she just wanted to kind of keep to herself and her friend because they were very quiet. I didn't want to disturb her if that was the case because why would I? But oh my gosh, look how beautiful her art is. It's so freaking beautiful. It's so cool. I wish I could draw men like that. Maybe one day, but I love drawing women, so it's kind of hard. But this is her name on Instagram. So what ended up happening was at the very, 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 very end was the first time I gave her like maybe 2 seconds. I talked to her because I gave her a snack later on, but I talked to her actually talked to her at the very end of the convention because I accidentally left a water bottle on her table when we were cleaning up. And I wasn't sure if that was mine. So I just stared at it going like, oh, I'm sorry. Is that yours or is it mine? And that's when we started talking. That's it. And she was saying, oh, you guys were just so energetic. You guys were so nice. Just your energy was so nice. It made us feel like we should stand, you know? And I was like, oh, I thought they didn't want to talk to us this entire time. But it was actually, my helper actually talked to them. Apparently I didn't know because I was in the bathroom during that. But yeah, she was actually super nice too. And chill. All right, so we move on. Do you see this glorious keychain set? Anyway. To the next photo. This is the back. This is how we organize things. There wasn't too much to organize because I pretty much made it self-serve. I thought, right? Because you can grab the keychains right here. But we ended up just giving them the keychains anyway from the back because they kept buying it. The keychains were so popular. I was hella surprised because like I said, my profits from the last convention was just $100. And the table for that previous convention was $110. So that means I only made maybe $300 something because I also paid for their food and stuff. So I think I made like $300 something that time. So I thought, somebody will come up and want a keychain. They grab it and then I'll restock so that it's faster for them, right? But no, I was wrong. It was very popular. And I'll let you know how popular soon enough. But yeah, this is how we organize the back. And this thing, to prop up this thing, it's a freaking chopsticks, guys. Because it'd be like that. I'm always thinking of food. Look, my whole set over here is made out of food stuff. This one is a grill pan thing. Because because the table is 8 feet long, and these square cubes are about 1 foot long. Okay, but so it would have been perfect if I had 8. But the problem is if you do that, because of the pegs, I'm assuming the length the pegs give, you're a little bit off, and you'll end up crossing this area, and you'll end up in the other person's booth, and that's a big no-no. So I couldn't just keep using the square grids. I needed something slightly smaller than 2 feet long. And we went to Daiso because I remember seeing these exact things at Daiso. But unfortunately, I think that was in the American Daiso. They did not have it in the Canadian Daiso. So, but they had this grill thing, and it was just the perfect size. It's just a little bit thinner than the actual metal. So I had to hot glue this peg here onto that. So mind you, all this prep work was what? Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. That's all I had before busing over to Alberta. But yeah, so we have all stuff there. We have a bunch of buttons there. Again, I didn't think the buttons would be that popular, so I only brought like 2, 3 of each or something like that. But I was wrong. So I sold out a lot of that too. And then because I sold out of it and Amazon delivered within a day, I brought the button maker. Okay, I bought the button maker just in case, and I had some button restock, just like about 15 or something. So we ended up making more buttons. Shout out to my helper again, Double 2-in-1. She's the one that actually made the buttons, not me. I was preparing more prints for the buttons, but Amazon finally did not make it. Normally, Amazon's pretty good with 1-day shipping, but it did not. It postponed it to tomorrow. It's gonna arrive tomorrow, but yeah, we just canceled that. So it didn't make it, sadly. And those are all my scrunchies. Look how beautiful they look. Yeah, it was gonna be a butt making marathon, but no. We did not have enough. But I will make more for next convention. Hopefully. Which is in 10 days. I have another convention in 10 days, but it's not as big, so it should be fine. Anywho, so that's that. That's the back. And you guys have seen this on stream. These are the bobby pins for the keychains. All right, we move on. Oh yeah, this is more setup. So these things, you saw this on stream too, when I was packing the keychains. That's how I organized the keychains, and yeah, we would individually give it. This is where I packed all the posters. The posters, it was pretty heavy, but it doesn't take up that much space. However, I believe I only sold maybe 10 posters, but at the same time, I don't regret bringing it because as you've seen before, it is the larger items that help showcase what I have at my booth. So maybe I'll bring less posters just for the weight. But when it comes to the display, I had to have it. Oh, wait, no. There was one poster that did sell out, but that was because I didn't print too many of it. I remember one of the poster grades, because I had grades A to C because the printing company that I printed with did not print it properly. Anyway, we move on. So this is the food I actually took a picture of, all right? It looks so freaking good, but I have no idea what the restaurant is called anymore. I don't remember. I really do not remember. But yeah, our friends actually hung out with us that day to eat. And I asked them to doodle on my planner for the memories. So this is JP. This is Max. Big shout out to Max. The only reason why we don't have an Airbnb cost was because of Max. He let us take his house keys actually because he had to go to a family event. He just handed us his house keys. Quite literally just handed us his house keys and left. He was there for the first day. Max and JP actually stopped by several times the first day to check up on us, gave us food, which took me a while to eat as per usual in a convention, I guess. But yeah, we had food. We were fed. And then Jay and Serious Cat, This is Devil Twin 1. This is my helper. Okay, I looked for a helper, but you know what? I did not get a helper. I ended up getting a manager. A manager, okay? Because Devil Twin 1 took such good care of me. It is insane. Like, for example, I had the Square card reader the very first day. Yeah, she was an absolute godsend. The first day, I told you guys I bought this Square card just for the previous convention, which was maybe 3 weeks ago or something. Here, I have my planner. That convention was 3 weeks ago, and it's broken now. The first day it fucking broke. Like, mother, that was $55. It only worked one day? You're freaking kidding me. One day. It worked for one day 3 weeks ago. Yeah, and we were calling up Locke because he set it up, and I was like, it shouldn't be this hard because he showed me how it worked, and now it doesn't work. And so, yeah, I know it's my specialty, and I don't understand why, but it wouldn't work, and I was panicking. I was kind of too dead to even really panic, but it was the first day it broke. And while I was handling customers and I'm telling them, sorry, just cash only, she was handling the customers. I mean, she was handling the technical difficulties. And you guys know I'm not very tech savvy, so that was a godsend on its own while dialing up Locke to try to figure out things and try to find a new solution. And she did. So one, she accepted the e-transfers from people if they had no other option. But then we figured out, well, not we, she did. She figured out that she can actually accept Square payments via her phone, because you guys know my phone is from 2016. Okay, it's 2016, it's old. But anyway, mine cannot, hers can. So she called up Locke to set up the whole thing for the Square. So she set up the Square card on her phone. Yeah, it's a relic. She set that up on her phone, so we were able to make payments via that. And let me tell you how essential that is. Just one of the days, okay? I'll give you a sneak peek right now of how well the convention went. Just one of the days, our payment transactions via the Square card was $990. I kid you not. I was shocked too when I fucking saw $990. 990. Let me just $90. Yeah. It's crazy. Like I said before, the previous convention was $100 profit. So for one of the days to be that was absolutely insane. I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe it. That's all I can say, I guess. I couldn't believe it. Yeah, it is definitely a different kind of con, but you need me to repeat? You need me to repeat? $990. $990. It was crazy. Man, right after I fixed this thing, god damn it, Celia. Oh, frick! This is all your fault, Celia. Look what you've done. Okay. Now we're like this. No, look what you've done. All right. Okay, so we move on. So that was them. Shout out. Oh. And so the first day, Max and JP took a lot of their time to drop by our booth to give us food and snacks and everything and food. Did I say food? I meant drinks. And they weren't sure what drinks we wanted, so they gave us 6 drinks, dude. They gave us 2 Red Bull, 2 types of soda, and then I don't even remember what the other 2 were. Oh, 2 more diet soda. No, not fruit. What cannibalism? Anyway, yeah. And then the next day, I felt so spoiled, guys. The second day, Serious Cat and Jay. So these 2. I guess it's not showing anymore, but the one on number 9 and number 10, they dropped by to give us A&W, which was so good. because we were absolutely starving. And there was just no time. I mean, granted, yes, we could have one person go get food. We could, but I bet there's lineups everywhere too and everything. And I just greatly appreciate that they did that. They didn't have to, but they did. And so big thank you to them. Thank you, Ryuga. Anyway, let me continue. All right. So, like I said, I started taking photos before eating. So I took the photo like this. So after we went to the restaurant, we wanted dessert. And dude, Max made us tiramisu and macarons, but I crushed the macarons in my bag. I didn't even eat it the first day because things were just going in too fast. But yeah, it was so good. So good. The macarons and tiramisu were absolutely delicious. And he was going, "Oh, it's very simple to make, guys. It's very simple. You just do this, that, this, that, and this." No, it's not simple to make, Max. That was a lot of effort, okay, Max? Thank you for your effort. It was not simple. This is not simple. Anyway, yes, the crushed macarons still tasted very good, very good. They were lemon flavored. Absolutely delicious. All right, so more photos for you. So this is the morning the next day. So that's why the stuff are covered. And yeah, I just kind of wanted to take a photo just so you guys know what the convention looked like a little bit. This guy's booth looks so cool because he has his own lights and it looks like professional photographs, but it's his art. That's just, he makes it look that way. And it's really cool, really cool. All right. And then, so the entire convention, they were talking to me because about the Nikkei stuff. Also because I was the only booth that had the massive amount of Nikkei stuff. But there was another artist. Well, there's a few like not tiny, but there was a few with a tiny amount of prints. So just a few characters here and there of Nikkei as their posters. But there was another person actually. And she dropped by my booth. And so I went to drop by her booth and I went to go exchange something for her keychain. Well, I paid a portion of it because she just wanted a print from me. So, and my print is much cheaper than her keychain because, keychains are expensive. But so I paid a bit of it and I traded her a print. So this is her Instagram. She drew quite a lot of the Nikkei stuff actually. And she was so cute. They were so cute. They're a couple in her booth, and she came by our booth to grab something for her boyfriend, and her boyfriend came by our booth to do the same for her. And they're so cute. I was just like, aww. Anyway, they both talked about how the other person would feel really great to get a present for them. I don't know. I just found it so adorable. Oh yeah, I ran over to get her business card too. All right, let's move on. All right, so she didn't cosplay as this character, but she saw these keychains and her friend had a cosplay of them. Look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? They had the whole fit. It was so cool. And they bought the keychains to match. I thought that was so cute that they cosplayed as the characters and they're buying the keychains of those characters. Loved it. And then this is day 2. I look like a freaking boss because I'm standing over here while my manager is down here. Or so cool. But yeah, my first day was Rappy, and my second day was Noir. Final boss fruit. Thank you. But you know what? This cosplay was so difficult to move around with when you had to go to the bathroom. I don't understand how people go to the bathroom with kimonos. Thankfully, this one, the front is really, really long, but I folded it up. But the back is short. Thankfully, it's so short that I don't have to roll it up each time I have to freaking go to the washroom. No, thank you. And this is more photos of second day. Me as the, what you call it? me being in the booth. This is why I said also that she was acting more than just as a helper, because I told her, all you have to do, I said, okay, the deal is I will pay you $200, all your expenses paid, and then $1 per item that's sold. But you don't have to be at the booth. I told her, you just have to help me with the luggage, because I knew I couldn't push three suitcases. I asked her to push one suitcase and then to go and join the convention because our friends were there too. So she could go enjoy the convention with our friends. But no, she stayed with me the entire time and took photos for me too, because I didn't even think about taking this photo. I didn't even think about taking a photo of my booth. That wasn't me. That was all my manager. It is insane how much work she put into it. It is insane. The last day, she freaking fell asleep on the couch. She didn't even make it to the bed. It was crazy. And this too. I didn't take this photo. She also did a lot of candid photos where I'm talking to customers, and she took photos from different angles, but I decided not to show all of them because there's enough here, I think. All right, we're moving on. Okay. Thank you. Yes. Any questions you guys have? My mods will figure it out right now, because I'm gonna just finish this story time. Sorry for the not speaking to you guys directly right now. All right, so like I said, the bathroom time was so hard. I had a scrunchie on each side of my hand, so that when I need to go to the washroom, all I have to do is roll. I would roll the sleeves up and then put a scrunchie on each hand. So that one, I can mend the booth kind of stuff in the morning, and I can use the freaking washroom. So yeah, that was my big shift. That's how hard it is going around with a cosplay. Mind you, my cosplay wasn't even as hard as other people's. But yeah, the noir one, I definitely can't wear first day and last day because the setup and takedown is just so tiring. There's so much movement. This would get in the way everywhere. All right. And this is some pictures from my helper. So I gave her a lanyard and a little sign that says helper, and she absolutely loves it. She doesn't even know Nikkei. And like I said, she's a godsend. She doesn't know Nikkei, and she memorized, I'd say, a good 75% of the characters. And I drew 55 characters. She memorized 75% of them because to help me. She is a godsend. She is amazing. Hey, what is this? Oh, all right. So the first day and the second day, we ate with our friends. So we just went with whatever they recommended, right? So we can try all the foods. But to be honest, the first day and second day, because probably the sleep and not the sleep, same with YouTube. Sorry, I'm not ignoring you. I'm just trying to finish the story time, and then I will respond. So, sorry, I got lost. Oh yeah, the first day, second day, I didn't get much sleep, and we were eating unhealthy, and my stomach was so upset. It was so uncomfortable the first day. I don't even know how I stayed in the booth area for that long because I had to go. Anyway, so we made sure to eat something healthy. The second day we came home. Yeah, the second day we came home. We looked for something healthy, and I freaking love Vietnamese food. We found, I think it was vegetarian seafood or something. And of course, I already ate some before she took the photo. But yeah, it was delicious. Absolutely delicious. All right. Yeah, it looks very healthy, right? It was very healthy. It was so good. All right, so the next part is going to be all the cosplayers. I wish I took more pictures of the cosplayers because there were more. There were more cosplayers that I want to take photos of, but the first day, I didn't even think about asking them. I don't know why I didn't think of asking people for photos. But the second day, I thought about it because people ask me for photos. And I thought, wait a second, you're right. I can ask people for photos. Anyway, so I'll cover their faces because I did not ask them if I could post it on stream. But there are some people that I will show the faces of because either they are a cosplayer, so they already show their face, or I already asked them for permission prior this moment. That's why it took a bit of time to get this together too. Well, one, the first day I came back, my voice was gone. My body hurt. My body still hurts, but not as bad as the first day. But I'm recuperated now, and we can do this. Look at this. The whole set. The whole squad. Isn't that so cool? Oh, and I ran into Rappy too. I found her. After you guys left. After you guys were like, oh, you haven't seen Rappy? I saw Rappy. Yeah, the Near Gang with the sword too. It was pretty cool. I love that they coordinated it. Coordinated cosplays are amazing. All right, and then there was this one person who had such a cute stuffy, and her outfit was so cute. I was asking, what are you cosplaying as? It's so adorable. It's an OC. Don't you guys just love convention goers? She cosplayed as her original character based off the plushie she bought from that convention. Or it might have been a different convention, but based off of the plushie, she made a whole OC down to freaking this potion moves. It's not even just some cheap looking plastic potion thing. There's actual liquid in there. It was so cool. And she was so cute. I'm sorry, I can't show her face, but she was absolutely adorable. Her makeup was painted. There was a painted, what do you call it? Pattern on her face too that was also original, and it was just so freaking cute. Forbidden juice. And then there was a Scaramouche. Do you see this hat? Do you see how detailed that is? That's all 3D printed. I bet it's heavy as fuck, but my gosh, it's so well done. Cosplayers go ham. It was so good. I even asked them to take a picture, if I could take a picture of the back, because look at this. What? I was so mesmerized. They really went ham. Yes. Yeah, it's probably heavy. Yeah, with the chat energy. Yes. So freaking good. The labor of love in people's cosplays is so good. And then look what I found! I did not expect to find Dead by Daylight cosplayers, and it was so good. This is Huntress. I had to ask her, can you pretend to be throwing the axe at me? Because she was just posing with the axe down. But yeah, I asked her to lift it up. It's so freaking good. Terror Venus obtained. Yes, bro. And there's more Dead by Daylight cosplays. And then I found Oran High School Host Club. That was rare to find too, because it's been a long time. People don't watch that anymore. Okay. And then, like I said, I found some Nikkei cosplayers, so I took photos with them too. They're freaking Anise. Do you see that weapon? It's so freaking cool. I fuck with. Yeah, right? It's so cute. It's so cute. And that one's me. This is day 3 now. So I'm dressed up as Naga. Yeah. Gotta join the cosplays. I wish that Anise and the Rappy found each other, because I would have loved to take a photo of both of them together, because the Rappy's is pretty clean too. And I know exactly where Rappy bought her cosplay, because I bought it from the same place. It looks identical to mine. I just didn't wear the full fit. She did. And then, this is something else I did not expect to find. Look at this. What? Dr. House? Dr. House? So freaking random. I freaking love cosplayers. You never know what you'll find. Oh, that's unfortunate. Because Anisa's cosplay was clean. Very clean. All right, and then this one I just took a photo of because I thought it was so cute. It's a freaking pancake, guys. It's a pancake. I want one. That's a pancake. Yum. It's a pancake. All right. Moving on. So like I said, there's more Dead by Daylight cosplays, and this one was so freaking epic. It's so epic. Look at this. And I showed Nix. Oh wait, no, I showed Nixine the other one. Oh, my bad, but I should have shown Nixine. She's asleep now, so what can we do? But look at this. Oh no, I did show her. I showed her. It's so freaking cool. I like her little arm things. Oh yeah, me too. The hand warmers. So cool. And then of course, because I'm a dork, I pretended to be being chased by PP Head. Because, I had to. Yeah. Moving on. This was, I forgot. I forgot where it's from. My helper is the one that knew where it was from. And I just thought it was really cute. Because walking around with the whole set, I forgot where it's from. Don't worry, Argaru. Thank you. But yeah, I really like this thing. Because I'm assuming they're a merchant, right? That's so cool. Yes, Legend of Zelda. Yes. You got it. And I thought that was so creative to have the materials in front of you. Adorable. All right. So this one, I'm showing the photo of her face because she did post it on her Instagram as well. This was so cool for her. This thing, she made it herself. And we were talking about it. She said she's going to try to make the fingers be able to move. And it was so funny. She was talking about how she would at least try to make the middle finger move. Because that's all you need, right? Of course. That's what we were talking about. That's all you need. You don't need any of the other fingers to move. They had a gauntlet. This is Vi from League of Legends. And it would be so funny if she posed and, exactly, Vincent, exactly. That's exactly what I was going for. All right, so more Nikkei cosplay. The thing was, for this one, like I said, I'm not up to date with the latest chapters, so I actually didn't recognize her until she told me. I feel bad, and at the same time, kind of spoiled, but I did see it. That's why I recognize it a little bit. I did see somebody drop it on Discord. I think it was Locke. I didn't want to see it until I went through the story, but I saw it anyway. But Cindy! She was super nice. I actually met her the day before, and she came back the next day. And this thing, the plushie, the Cindy plushie, she did that the night of. Oh, it's not? Oh, okay. But yeah, I've just been super busy. I didn't know about it. But yeah. And her whole setup, she said she thrifted it, and this dress was actually a shirt. She's so freaking creative. She's so fast at it too. But the jacket was perfect. That's exactly like the jacket in the costume. I mean, in the Cindy skin. Yeah, she's so cute. She's adorable. She had another cosplay the other day too. I don't remember what it was. I think it was I think it was the scary girl. In the horror game that we played, Mita, the crazy one. Me-side, yeah, me-side. Oh yeah, Naga. Oh, and Naga has this kind of pearls, not this color, but kind of like this bracelet too, and I didn't have it. And I was talking to somebody who had bracelets like this, and I was just saying that, I have the same color scheme for my my bracelet section, paracords. And I asked if I could give it to her because her whole fit was that color. It was like Otafest color scheme. I know it's also the Pride flag color scheme, but she had so many. She said, "Oh, I'll trade you," and she gave me one. I was so excited because it looks just like the one that Naga has, but more colors. Coincidentally. And okay, for this one, so freaking cute. So the day before, the older sister came by to my booth and saw this pin, and she was saying, "Oh, I'm actually cosplaying with my sibling the next day. And we're gonna be one of each." And I was like, "What? No way!" And I gave it to them for free, these buttons. And so they came back to show me the next day. They're so cute. So freaking cute. So that's why they held out the buttons. I didn't even ask them to hold up the buttons. They're so cute. I was gonna hold up a button. to take a photo in front and then show them, kind of thing. But yeah, they ended up showing me, and they're standing the exact right spot, one on the right, one on the left. They were adorable, adorable. Oh, speaking of adorable, I was pretty bad in business because there were a lot of these tiny little kids cosplaying, and oh my gosh, I couldn't help but give them stuff. There was this one kid who looked upset. She looked, well, which made sense because it's conventions are very busy. I think she was just tired. So I asked, "Hey, do you want a sticker?" And then give him a sticker sheet. And she continued to look tired actually, but she continued to look at it. She was just sleepily holding on to the sticker, just staring at it while she was on her dad's shoulders. And the dad asked, like, "Oh no, how much do I owe you?" And I said, "No, no, 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 it's fine. I just wanted to cheer her up a little," but she still looked kind of sad. But she was staring at the stickers, so I'm assuming she was slightly happy, but just too tired to show it. And then the other one, oh my gosh, was she ecstatic? She was so absolutely adorable to be able to get the stickers because she came by the other day with her mom, and she was showing off her free other sticker from somewhere else, or she bought it. I don't know, but she had stickers and she was very excited to show them off. And so here, have more stickers. So yeah, I gave away 2 free sticker sheets. There was one guy struggling to carry a bunch of tiny little bags, and I just said, "Do you want a bag?" I gave him one of the tote bags too, and oh, but that wasn't free. It ended up not being free. I tried to give it to him for free, but he gave me $5 still, so it ended up not being free. That wasn't my fault. I swear. I just wanted to help him. He gave me $5. And then there's something else. Oh, there was this one person who left, came back, look at the scrunchie some more, because she really wanted. She was torn between some of the scrunchie designs, and she knew she could only have one, apparently. So I said, "You know what? Just buy that one, and let me give you this other one. Just, I feel bad. You really want it. Just take it. Just take it. I'm honored. I'm honored that you want it because you know what? I was upset. I was obsessed with the scrunchies too, and I'm just so happy to see that. So, whatever. Just take it. It was so much fun. The convention was so much fun. The big sister energy. She was big sister. Oh, the stickers. Okay, okay. But yeah, next convention, I think I'll cut up the sticker sheets so I'm not, giving away so much because, man, I'm going to give away so much. Kids are so cute. Anyway, let's move on. Let's move on. Again, more Dead by Daylight. I asked them to pose for me, and I felt a little bad because they didn't know how to pose. So I explained to them, "Can you lift your hands as if you're in a frenzy? And can you crouch?" And I felt bad because I didn't realize, it's probably uncomfortable to crouch. But yeah, should have done the ghost. Oh, yeah, that would have been lit. But at the same time, I think they were a little bit uncomfortable. They probably didn't expect for someone to ask them to take a photo. So I'd rather not. It was fine. It was so making them bow to you, you demon. That was not what I was trying to do. God damn. Making me sound worse than I was. But yeah. Yeah, cosplays can be uncomfortable. But they were pretty nice. They still attempted. And yeah, it was so lit. I loved it. That's four Dead by Daylight cosplays. I really didn't expect. We have more. Oh, yeah, Rabby. I found Rabby. And we were talking about having. I wish that I could take a picture. Oh, don't mind this. I was trying to get the bag out of the camera sight, but yeah, I guess I didn't think of my legs showing too. Whatever. But it would have been so cool to see Rappy and Anise together because they're wearing their main skins, but I don't think she understood because either she didn't know the game very well, or it was because English isn't her first language. It was actually a little bit harder for her to say what she wanted to say, but she was really nice. She still took her time to try to speak to me, even though English wasn't her first language. She's so cool. She was cool. Moving on. Okay, so one of the cosplayers that dropped by, actually, I didn't even tell you guys. Here. Kitara88. She was helping for Sakimi's booth. If you guys don't know Sakimi, she's an absolute beautiful artist, but she mainly does lewd art now. I used to buy her books. I have her book from a long time ago from Locke. When Locke went to a convention. I can show you guys real quick. So back in the day, oh no, my cam's not working. Oh well, I guess I won't show you. I think I unplug it. But you can just search it up. The Art of Sakimi-chan 2018 volume book. Back in the day, her art was a little bit lewd, not all the way lewd. She's a very well-known artist, but I really liked her art back then, but afterwards, she kind of went full send on the lewd aspect. So it was kind of hard to have her on my phone because I would be in public areas and Instagram would pop up and there are a lot of inappropriate images there. So that's when I kind of dwindled off looking at her stuff. But still, she's an amazing artist. So why I was talking about this was because another one of her helpers dropped by my booth and we were chatting because he was Leon. He was cosplayed as Leon and and okay, I don't know how, but we ended up talking about how I used to be an makeup for film artist and that I used to sculpt. And when I was sometimes I'm doing it right now. I talk with my hands, all right? Yes, Mr. Kennedy. I talk with my hands, and when I said I sculpt, because they were saying, oh, you changed your method of art because you went from 3D stuff, like real people makeup, to 2D, right? For some reason, when I said I sculpt, I freaking lifted up both my hands and squeezed them as if, squeezing titties. And we were talking about Sakimi-chan. So obviously we're both thinking lewd, and I'm squeezing as if I'm squeezing tatas, and so they wouldn't let me leave it. They wouldn't let me live it down. They just kept talking about it. They just kept mentioning it. I was just like, oh, I'm so freaking embarrassed. It was just, I don't know why that was the freaking motion that I thought about, but whatever. Okay, it was freaking red hot just talking about it. But anyway, I digress. We were talking about that. So we're talking about Sakimi, and I said that I really like her art. And he came back and gave me this. A freaking Sakimi poster to tell me this was his business card. A whole Sakimi poster. Do you see how stunning this is? That is insane. And I went to try to find him to take a photo. Okay, so I wanted to talk to him some more because I wanted to thank him properly, right? But unfortunately, what really sucked was when he came over, I was already talking to someone and I felt really bad because I asked them, can I take a video of you? And that's when Leon interrupted. So unfortunately, I felt like I kind of ignored Leon because I was already speaking to these people, and I'm going to show you why I asked if I could take a video, and I just couldn't not ask for a video because this is so funny. Okay, let me just have their sensor there because I'm going to cover their faces. Oh, you already heard a little bit. You know what I'm going to show you. If you know, you know. Hold on. Okay, so here they are on the left side. It was this. I had to ask them. Oh, let me turn off chat real quick so that it's not covering it. If I can find it, there we go. Okay, here we go. Okay, do you know? If you know, you know. Do you see this? They have the tattoos. They have the white T-shirt. Their hair is not long and it's not black, but they put it on. They have a wig and they have a black hat and they have beards. I'm pretty sure they grew their beard for this. It's so funny. Oh yeah, baby! You guys know, you know. Oh, well, we'll have this screen up too. Look at this. There's this person cosplaying as the sacrificial lamb thing, and I had to take a video because she did this. Look at that! That freaking thing glows! She has a light up freaking book for her cosplays. People just go all out, and I am all for it. It is so cool. People are so cool. They're so cool. Oh, well, I'm here too. Let me show you guys these videos. So I can close this. So this was the convention during. Lots of full booths, just so you guys get a little bit of the experience. And this is the booth after. All empty. It's crazy how much fuller it looks with all the stuff. But anyway, let me turn that off and continue. All right, so we're at this. Yeah, no half-assing at all. Yeah, they had wirings and batteries and stuff. Forgot. Oh, that sucks. That sucks. But batteries you can get from 7-Eleven at least. All right, let's move on to more photos. So this part, I was really upset. There was enough blanc. Every time someone bought a blanc Doro, they bought a noir Doro. This one person did not. But I understood why. She said she'd come back. Maybe. But she said maybe. That's why I didn't save it for her. Because she said maybe. She might come back to get the other one. Yeah, right? You have to have them as a pair. What do you mean? And she's the last one and she looks so freaking sad. But anyway, she left her. But don't worry. She got bought later on. But I had to take a picture because she looks so sad. All right, we move on. What's the next photo? Oh, this was just a little dollhouse-like thing at my friend's house, and I had to take a picture because you guys always make fun of how small I am, how short I am. So I wanted to show you how large I was. Look at me. Look at me. I felt gigantic for the first time in my life. Look at my fingers. I'm gigantic. Oh. Noir was not sold out for that. But yeah. Oh, yo, Chibi. I thought you meant the Doros. Yeah, I really didn't expect to sell that much, guys. I'm so sorry that I didn't bring enough. Anyway. So this one, I was gonna say, oh, look, I finally didn't bite my food before taking a photo. I lied. I turned my croissant the other way so you guys wouldn't see that I bit the other side. So yeah, I still took a bite of everything. This was really good though. We went to a cafe right before the third day started, and the cafe had London fog. I haven't had one for like a decade maybe, because I don't really go to cafes. I feel cafes are pretty expensive. Unless we're on the road or something, I guess. I don't know. I rarely go to cafes. I do, but not often. Okay. This was day 2 with... Oh, I gotta show my peace sign. Oh, I have my sensor still up. That's why. Here we go. Day 2! I just wanted to show this off because I was very, very proud of this. I sewed this. I sewed this together. I sewed 2 fabrics together and it made it look a little more full, a little bit fluffier. And I was very proud of it. And I did that the night before the convention. We had to go to the convention. Because like I said, I only had 3 days. I didn't have the cosplay ready. I had to sew Naga's shirt. That's why I ended up just not streaming. I'm sorry I've been gone for a while, but that's why. Because I just wanted to get everything done. And I know that when I stream, I talk to you guys endlessly. And I wasn't sure I was going to get everything done. But I did. I finished sewing Naga's shirt. I finished doing her hair things. I didn't get to finish the faces on the little ball things. I'll finish that another time, but I just thought, you know what? Let's just get the essential parts done. Thank you. Nice balls. Thank you. All right, so at some point I told you guys that I was handing out snackies because I bought a bunch of these and I thought, well, it's the last day and I'm not going to finish all these. So I went around giving them out and I thought, wait a second. I'm Fruit Melody. This is called Fruit Fun Fruity. It's so perfect. I had to take a photo. That was not planned at all. But yeah. Fruit Fun Fruity. Anyway, So when we were giving them out, yeah, there's a lot more things going on, but I'll tell you guys what's happening in a week or so, or 2 weeks. Then I can fully tell you guys why I've been completely gone. Like, because it's really busy right now. It's really busy. I've had so many days where I just didn't sleep enough. I had no sleep the first day, and then I had some naps in the bus. Then I had 2 hours of sleep the first night there. 1 to 2 hours of sleep the first night there, and then 3 to 4 hours of sleep the next night, and then the next night after that I had 5 to 6 hours of sleep. And then you'd think after the convention is all over that I would get proper sleep, that I'd get enough sleep, right? But no, I was excited to tell you guys what I would say. And I started overthinking about what I should say, what I shouldn't say. I already told some people I'm from BC. Should I tell you guys that I'm from BC? Because technically some people already know, so might as well just say so. And how am I going to say that I bust when I don't tell you guys where I'm from? So yeah, I was busy overthinking. That's just a me problem. Moving on. So I was giving away these fruit fun fruities, and some people gave me snacks in return. I love Bucky. It was fun. It felt like being in school again, trading lunches. It was so fun. Equivalent exchange. Now I get that. Oh, thank you. Because I was overthinking like crazy. By the way, Ryuga, from the way you're speaking, I think I know who you are, but I won't say it because you said you didn't want to tell me. Moving on. So as I was walking around, like I said before this, I watched a bunch of convention goers, artist alley convention goers, so I can learn what to do. And look who I found! Another YouTuber! Oh yeah? Okay, then I don't know who you are. I don't know who you are. Another YouTuber! And this is her name. That's why I didn't put it on the screen like last time. She's right there. I thought she was from here, and then she said Montreal, and then I realized, oh right, you guys are speaking French in your video. So why did I think otherwise? But yeah, she's an artist from Montreal. Also, Tuna was there. I met her in Harumatsuri. I watched her on YouTube, and yeah, she was there. She gave me the sticker, and oh, I did put it the right way. No. This is the right way. Here. It's so cute. You're the best. More famous me. No. They famous. Oh, and then someone gave me a sticker for their snackies. This is her tag. It's right here. I love that she had it right here. So it's so easy to show you guys. I didn't have to go hunting for them because it did take some time to get these photos ready for you guys, because I wanted to ask people, hey, are you okay with showing your face? And figuring out finding their Instagram tags and stuff like that. I have a notepad though for all of them, but I was pretty messy. Again, my manager was amazing. The notepad was actually provided by her. It wasn't even me who brought the notepad. It was her. So yeah, my manager was amazing. Okay, so end of the con stuff. Oh well, let me show you this. This was the Naga bracelet that I got trading with someone. And then coincidentally, when I was gone to the bathroom, my helper was talking to a cosplayer who ended up giving her one too. So we matched. Look at us. So adorable. All right. Move on. So now we move on to the end of the con. I had to go find some stuff. I actually wasn't going to get anything for Lock because I don't do that. I normally don't buy souvenirs for people. But my helper is super sweet. She was buying stuff for yeah, I know. She was buying stuff for her family, and I thought, you know what? I'll take a look around. And what did I find? Look at this. It's so freaking cute. As you guys know, my cat's name is Horang, which is tiger. Tiger in Korean. And look, it's so cute. This is from Eguino. So freaking cute. It was perfect. I looked all around, and this tiny little thing caught my eye. I even went to a stall and asked, "Hey, do you have anything orange cat related?" But she had one, but it was a patch, and I don't know how patches really work. But the pin for sure. Locke can just put it on his backpack or something. All right, moving on. Oh, one of the artists that was behind me, she she wanted to buy a scrunchie, but our tap wasn't working properly. So instead, I said, you know what, just take it. I'm gonna go to your booth and let's just trade. I'll just grab something from your booth, right? And look at this. I've watched a lot of the songs from this one. And I thought, yeah, that one. I like that one. So she gave me a keychain. It was more expensive, so I wanted to give her more money to counter it, the cost and stuff. But she wouldn't take it. So yeah, it's so cute. I love it. I don't know who this guy is, but I love how cute she is. Oh, you know what? I actually remember seeing that shirt, but I can't put a face to the shirt. I really can't put a face to the shirt, but I remember the shirt. I don't remember who was who. The cat ears hat sounds familiar too, but then there were also the maid cats. Yes, Has Been Hotel. The songs in it are so good. That's the only reason why I know it. The freaking songs. I thought someone else liked it too, but I don't remember. Anyway, so this is the end of the day, end of the con, and I ran out of the sticky notes, guys. I ran out of the sticky notes because this many sold out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. I think this one was empty. It's 22. 22 designs sold out. That was insane. That was insane. I did not expect that to freaking happen. Yeah, actually, I was staring at that because the other reason why is because I found out about Project Melody after I already started streaming. And then I thought, wait a second. My name is Fruit Melody, and I sure hope we never get mixed up or anything because we're both VTubers and, Melody kind of thing. So that's why I remember Melody very well. Yeah, oh, but yeah, I did yap to a lot of people with Nikkei, and I wish I would remember. I wish what I wanted to do actually to help me remember everyone was you see this planner with the doodle. Someday I'll figure out what to do. But I want to have a little thing people can write on. I remembered it for my friends because when I went home is when I did it. But I want a little notepad for people to say hello. But I did not have that ready. Again, I only had 3 days to prepare for this. I'll be ready for Animathon. Wow, this is far back. This one. So I want something like this. So people can just doodle real quick, leave their legacy forever, forever. Oh yes, you're the guy who took one of the covers. No, one of the covers. You're the one that waited at the end of the day to get the Doro cover. Yes. Oh, that's perfect because your name is Ryuga Knight in green. And I was actually thinking of a way for people to say hello to stream after. I record it. So that way, remember forever. No, I wanted a cover, but it came just after them. Oh, but there were more. You could have gotten it. My helper was helping. Oh, I'm sorry. Maybe next time. Well, Animathon will be there with actual stickers of it. So we'll see. All right. So we got that. And then... Oh, this was the end of the con. I was absolutely exhausted. So, but I remembered we still had macarons from the first day. So we just ended up eating that. Oh, all right. Thank you for coming back for the Blanc keychain. You're in a hurry. Yeah, there was a lot of people that actually were running around. I think it's because they had to get ready for the panels. Because there's a lot of things going on. But yeah, I really appreciate that you all dropped by. my booth. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. And it was really fun chatting with everyone about Nikkei. See, what's also fun about cosplaying, even if I wasn't in the booth, if I walked around, people who recognize a cosplay will come talk to me about it. And I love that. It's just like, hey, let's go. I stopped what you call it? When I went to the washroom, I stopped the PP head, the pyramid head. And he was so nice. He asked, hey, do you want to go over there so you can get a nice photo? Because we were surrounded by a crowd. And I was like, heck yeah. Wow, that's so nice of you to offer to go all the way over there just so that I can get a nicer photo of your cosplay. He didn't even give me his Instagram tag or anything. It was simply so I can have a nicer photo. Trying to find a command. Yeah! Yeah, I need a commander, which one? Locke's gonna think about getting a commander cosplay, but I actually want him to have a Blanc cosplay. So we can have Noir and Blanc together. Yeah, PP head! Oh, okay, that's not what I meant, guys. That's not what I meant. PP head at the washroom. No, I meant... Yeah, you know what I mean. I'm moving on. All right, so I was so dead, and then I thought it'd be funny to do this thing. You know, that meme. Yup. You know, I tried to make the circle with with my cloth cover. you know the meme. You know the meme. That's how I feel. That's how I felt. And then I don't really do posters. I don't put up posters, especially because I move often. I think I've told you guys that before. I get really upset when they get ripped off and stuff. So I only ever get tiny prints or stickers. So because I had the Leon poster, I wanted to keep it, but I knew that I shouldn't. But we found a new home for it. So like I said at the very beginning, our friend gave us his house key, okay? He gave us his house key and left. All right? Yeah. So what we did in his house afterward, we put this up in his bedroom door and said, Leon would like to thank you for your hospitality. And we put, because he had something related to a raccoon thing. So we got him, I didn't. My helper got him a sticker of raccoon. And it worked so well because Raccoon City, you know. So this one was actually hidden behind his door. Because we were thinking, you know what? It's his place, and how often do you close the door if you're by yourself kind of thing in your bedroom? I don't know. Some people might not. But anyway, we thought he might take some time to find it, but he found it immediately. But we put this on his fridge so that he thought his only present was a sticker. But he got this and this. He had no idea who Leon was. So yeah, there's just a hot guy on his door now as a thank you. That's pretty much it. We put it on his fridge. Oh, and then we put a sticky note that says, thanks, Max. Bruh. Wasn't it hilarious, though? It's so funny. We were cracking up like crazy. We took a video of ourselves making it too. But I won't show you because that one I can't really hide our faces. Anyway. Oh, and then today when I was preparing this, I got a little ping on Instagram. Somebody posted this and it feels so good. Somebody posted a haul with my stuff in it and they said very small Otafest haul. They literally only bought this, I think a book and my keychain stuff. It was mainly my stuff and that's all they got at the con. My heart. Oh, yeah, best. Oh. My gosh. My heart, dude. I felt so overwhelmed. I kid you not. People bought so many keychains. I was so overwhelmed. Yeah. Yeah, it was hella dope. But that pretty much sums it up. That was my crazy week. That's why I've been gone for the entire week. My throat's still not completely better too. I'm getting there though. Because thankfully, my throat only hurt and my voice got raspy after the conventions were over. The morning of the day we had to leave was when my voice was gone. All right, so there we have it. Now we're heading home. So we got a little mascot in the little cup holder, ready to go. And here are the photos of heading back. A beautiful bus ride back. So freaking pretty. And then, because I totally would relax at that point, right? You'd expect me to, right? No, I got a commission the night before and I worked on it on the bus. From Sir Maxwood! Apparently, they were looking for an artist that could finish a commission real fast. And you guys know that my commission page is closed. It is. But the thing is, I can't say no, man. I can't say no. Wait, you took a bus? Yeah, I took a bus. The 14-hour bus, dude. It was a busy nomad artist. Yeah, I don't know why I brought my tablet pen, actually. I had no plans to do anything specific. But thankfully, it worked out because I ended up getting commission and I finished it that day because they needed the art done real quick. And yeah, I said, I got you. I can do that. I can get that done. It was hard because my body was aching, so I had to take breaks. But again, it's a 14-hour ride, so I had plenty of time. And the internet was doo-doo. So it took a while to go back and forth between the conversation with them. So yeah. This entire time I realized I wasn't hitting record, but it's okay. I'll just take the VOD after. All right. So and then we just continue with the ride stuff. Okay, let's talk money. Let me just real quick check this. I don't know if I have stuff that doxes myself here. So what happened? Because I said it's a sneak peek, right, of the cost and stuff. Yeah. All right. So total, I didn't add it up. Where's my calculator? So total for food was $314.85. That was because I also treated some people because actually, honestly, it would be that price anyway because they bought me food anyway. Anyway, $314.85. The bus was $680 for 2 people. The table cost $378.78. Yeah, the towing on gas, I really didn't have to pay him. It was just our friend drove us and I was like, yo, take this. Just take it. I literally, what do you call it? Reverse pickpocketed him. The helpers in this guy. So the helper, I don't remember anymore because the last day I just gave them cash. I tried to ask them today how much was it, but I forgot. Okay, so like I said at the very beginning, before that my previous experience from a convention was $100 profit. So I wasn't sure how much I could make back knowing all the costs of this, right? So I just asked my helper, hey, can I pay you $200? And then for sure, I can pay you $200. And then whatever we sell at the convention, if I sell an item, I will give you $1 per item. So I have buttons that are $3. So she would get $1 from the $3 item. She'd get $1 from the keychain item. I thought that was fair because, yeah, the button, she takes a big portion of it. But that's also because the buttons are cheaper to make. But the keychains are expensive as heck for mailing. And it's not so crazy expensive to make them. But with the mailing fees along with it, it gets a little bit pricier. And when I lose or break them or whatever, the loss is higher. But anyway, whatever. $1 per item so that if I do well, she does well, right? That was the point of it. So right now, I don't quite remember what it was total. I think it was around $500 at the end of the day with the $200. So where's my pen? Okay, so let's calculate. So 314.85. I didn't realize that I didn't count it all. Plus 680 plus 378.78 plus 15 plus... The parking was only 15 because I split it with my friend too. 20. I paid more because I didn't want to e-transfer him. I just gave him cash. Okay, so the expenses on the left side altogether is $1,438. With the helper, let's say it's about $500. So altogether, the expenses was $1,900 $38.63. 10,000 items sold. I wish. But yeah, the expenses were high, but it was so freaking worth it. So at the end of the day, my manager, not my helper, I'll call her my manager because she was freaking awesome. Anyway, she got about $500, and my profit was also about $500. So it was really good. It was really good, especially when my profit the other time was only $100. This time it was $500. So yeah, it was amazing, guys. That was pretty much it. That's all of the convention things. Yeah, that was freaking Otafest. Whew. I think that's pretty much it. If you guys had any questions, you can ask me now and I can keep it with the video. If not, I'll be ending it there. Oh yeah, I forgot. Yeah. My profit was about $500, but that's after removing already the cost of the materials and possibly the tax that I have to pay at the end of the year. So that's estimating all of that is already paid for. That's pure profit. The $500 is pure profit. $500 pure profit. Everything paid for. Absolutely everything paid for. So this was just like, I felt like I was paid to have fun, really. It was crazy. It was so much fun. Well, yeah, that's pretty much it for the Otafest video. Thank you all for, making it such an amazing time. Now I can respond to you guys. For Noel, hello. Hello, everybody on Twitch. I'm Alvin from Otafest. Oh, Alvin! Hi! Thank you. I am doing well. Yes, profit. Dude, it was scary to think maybe I might not get profit. It was $2,000 almost to go to the convention. Because I really don't think it would have been safe for me to go alone. Especially because I know some artists do that. And that's really cool. They're amazing for being able to do that. But at some point, I was walking somewhere completely in the wrong direction. My manager was telling me, no, it's this way. It's completely this way. It was bad. And one time, my brain was so fried that... So my manager told me, can you hold this bag? I'm going to get the suitcase. I said, okay. I held her bag. She went to get the suitcase. We walked through one door and we walked through another door and we walked through another door. And then she turns around and she goes like me. She looks at me and like, where's my bag? The one I asked you to hold. And I was like, huh? I let go? When did I let go? How did I let go? I don't know. And I had to run back, retrace the footsteps, and somehow it was just there on the ground somewhere along the way. And I don't even know why I would let go. It didn't make any sense. Was rebelling at the booth? Hell yeah. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. If it was me by myself, I wouldn't have remembered the bag. And I probably would have gone lost sometimes. But yeah. Yeah, that's the stuff that comes with traveling with the conventions, right? $2,000. But also I was waitlisted. So I heard that some people, their flight were, because my friends are actually going to Alberta again next month, and they told me their flight is very cheap. It's $200 or something. So that's very, very cheap. But that doesn't come with the bag. And I believe during the Otafest time, the prices just were higher. Maybe. But it's also because I had 3 luggages. And the luggages, they no longer come, flights in Canada no longer come with the carry-on. Or, yeah, it only comes with a personal item. And every check-in bag you have to pay for. And when I checked, it was $2,400. I kid you not. Everybody was surprised when I was saying that number, but it was $2,400. I was surprised too. It was very expensive. Yeah, I had a task. Big. Oh, hell no, I'm gonna do that. Yeah. That's pretty much it. I find that people that go to Otafest are very kind. Yes! Yes! Okay, that was another thing I forgot to mention. People there were so fucking nice. The locals, the people who were in the bus, the people who were at the convention, the people who were at the restaurants we went to, they were all so nice. And I thought maybe I would lose something because I had my stuff serve, but I didn't lose anything. I knock on wood, but I don't think I lost anything. And I hear a lot of horror stories about Annie Rebel. We'll see how that one goes. But yeah, Otafest people are so nice. Alberta is so nice. It's time to move. But yeah. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Wait, no. No, not do not post it in general chat. You have to DM me because if my face is on there, they cannot see. They cannot see unless you want to cover my face. Yeah. But yeah. Yeah, thank you all for listening. I will now work on something actually, but I will end the YouTube one, I think, because that will be the recording I do use for Otafest. So say bye-bye, guys. Oh, wait, I turned off the chat thing, so you guys' chat wasn't going through. My bad. My bad, my bad. Thank you, Misari. Thank you for dropping by. Otafest sounds exhausting, but glad you have fun. Yeah, it was exhausting and so much fun. Thank you. It was. Bye-bye, YouTube. I think I could just crop it, but yeah, let's just be better safe than sorry. I'll end it there for our YouTube and move on. I feel kind of hot. But I also promised a lot of keychains, so I need to finish those before